देवादिदेव गौरचन्द्र गौरीदास मन्दिरे देवादिदेव गौरचन्द्र देवादिदेव गौरचन्द्र गौरीदास मन्दिरे देवादिदेव गौरचन्द्र गौरीदास मन्दिरे नित्यानन्द संगे गौरा अंबिका देवी हरे अंबिका देवी हरे ओ देवादिदेव गौरचन्द्र गौरीदास मन्दिरे देवादिदेव गौरचन्द्र गौरीदास चारु अरुण गुंजहार हित माने जे धरे चारु अरुण गुंजहार हित माने जे धरे विरिच से व्यापार पद्म लक्ष्मी से प्रातयारुणयं परे राधिकानुराग प्रेम भक्ति वाञ्छने करे राधिकानुराग प्रेम भक्ति वाञ्छने करे सचिसुता गौरचन्द्र आनन्दितयन्तरे सचिसुता गौरचन्द्र आनन्दितयन्तरे सचिसुता गौरचन्द्र आनन्दितयन्तरे सचिसुता
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. Can you play with this? गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय सदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः. संसारदुःखजलदस्य पतितस्य कामः क्रोधादिनक्रमकृतमलीकृतस्य दुर्वासनस्य निगृतस्य निराशयस्य चैतन्यचन्द्रमदेहे पदावलम्बम् चैतन्यचन्द्रमवनेहि पदावलम्बम् राधाचिन्तनिवेशिनं यस्य कान्तिविलोकिता श्रीकृष्णचरणं वन्दे राधाविग्रहं विग्रहम् प्रमदमदनलीलाकन्दरे कन्दर्ते रचयति नवयुनो गौतमस्मि नमदा इति कीलकरणात् लग्नकस्य गौरवे निजनिकटनिवासं देहि गोवर्धनतम् निजनिकटनिवासं देहि गोवर्धनतम् श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद बोलो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे one more time हरे Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So where to begin? Open curtain for deities. दीक्षा काले भक्त करे आत्मा आश्रय लोया भजे तारे कृष्ण नहीं त्याजे आर सब मरे आकारन. What is the meaning?
One takes shelter of the Vaishnavas and one can do Krishna bhajan.
आश्रय लोया भजे तारे कृष्ण नहीं त्याजे. One who has taken shelter of Ashya Vigraha means, who is Ashya Vigraha? Radharani and those who are the servants and the associates of Radharani, and that means Shri Gurudev. Tare Krishna nahi tyaje. Krishna has no courage to neglect and ignore that person. He can't. And aar sab mare akara. All others just get not die. They just get it perish without any purpose. Not die. मरे का मतलब बहुत कुछ होता है. They just destroy themselves. जानिया शुनिया विष खाइनु. Knowingly drinking poison. If a fool drinking poison, that's a different case. But if an intelligent person seeing right on the packet saying smoking is injurious to health, and then is smoking. Say Janya Shunya, knowingly playing with his health. But Janya Shunya Vishakhainu. Knowingly this is poison and then drinking this poison. What is the poison? The poison of embracing the moods of material world. The poison of terrible news which is prevailing all over the world. These are the poison. But then what is nectar then? Tab kathamritam tapta jivanam. The nectar is the topics of Krishna. This is only nectar. So how we can drink that nectar as much as we can? There is ample supply of nectar. There is one nectar which is in the pot in Swarga with the demigods, and they drink that nectar every day to make themselves healthy and to enjoy their senses all times. As you wish. It's fine. So this is one nectar which the demigods have. Leave it. But then there is another nectar which is superior and higher than the nectar which demigod possess. What is that nectar? The nectar is Tava Kathamritam, the topics of Krishna. What is the proof? What is the evidence? When Shukdev Goswami was about to recite Srimad Bhagavatam, didn't start it yet. Then demigods came with a pot of nectar and they want to have some business, some exchange dealing with Shukdev Goswami, saying that Parikshit is going to die in 7 days, so you give this pot of nectar to him, and in exchange, please give us the nectar of Krishna Katha. That means demigods themselves, they proved the nectar which they drink every day, there's no use. And there's another level of nectar, the higher level of nectar, that is Krishna Katha. They themselves proved. So this shows, even though they're drinking nectar, but they are still burning in that agony, that always fearful, scary, and always subject to death. Even achieving Swarga. Where another mode of sense enjoyment in a subtle way. In this world, gross sense enjoyment. In Swarga is subtle sense enjoyment. So these are all poison. And that's why Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi, Kame, Sakale, Ashant. Those who are striving for Bhukti, enjoying the material world, the facilities of material world, and Mukti, liberation, and those who want Siddhi, perfections, they are Sakale, Ashant. They are very restless. Krishna Bhakta Nishkam, Ataiv Shant. Krishna Bhakta, the devotee of Krishna, Nishkam, he has no other desire other than serving Krishna, and therefore is very shant, is very peaceful. Just mind's game, mindset. Otherwise, there are many topics for anxiety. We go through every day. And which we don't want, still they come. And we are in a helpless situation, we can't even avoid them. In many cases, unavoidable situations, yes? Then how to counteract that negativity? Those who keep in contact with Krishna Katha, Harikatha, believe me, it gives so much solace to the heart. Really. The different levels of anxieties with every individual. Business, traveling, whatsoever. But moment we hear and tune that Harikatha and get tuning with that, bas, we come across, we overcome that anxiety, because that gives a click and that gives activation to not the mind but to the intelligence. And that's the reason when we are in Harikatha, we think wise. Moment we step out, in just 10 minutes, maybe some effect, but some unwise topics also appears there. So why in Harikatha we think wise, or we think lament, we lament for certain things, because in Harikatha the intelligence get activated. But if he's seeing a TV channel or whatsoever, then the mind get activated. And mind always want to play entertainment. Intelligence is not about entertainment. Intelligence always supporting and nourishing the soul concept. These songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur are so powerful. So powerful. Even if we know the melody or if we don't know the melody. But just by understanding the purport, the meaning of Srila Bhakti Thakur's prayers, it really melts the hearts. Really. Kabe habe bolo, kabe habe eno dasha more. Oh, when the day will come in my life, when I will go through all this transcendental spiritual ecstasies. We are praying. I'm praying for this. I'm longing for this. When is going to come and reflect in my heart? So it's not coming soon, maybe for you, but at least we have a hope. The great hope. At least desiring for that hope. If there is no desire, then how is it going to happen? When desire comes, when we long for those desires, then what happens? Longing for those desires gives us qualification to deserve those desires. And when it says na, क्या बोलते हैं? You deserve. First deserve, then desire. क्या?
First desire, then
For des.
First deserve, then desire.
For des.
First desire,
For desire, then deserve.
Yeah, first desire.
First desire, then deserve.
No.
First
For deserve, then desire. You confusing me. I was thinking, no, it's not the case. हाँ. For deserve, then desire. But what he's saying is, from spiritual perspective, first you desire, then you deserve. That's the difference between a material perspective and the spiritual perspective. You know? He is in a different world. He's not in this material world. So first deserve, then desire. That's true. But in spiritual topics, first you desire, then you get deserved. And that begins with Ashray Loya Bhaje, to take shelter. Baba, there is no fun moving around here and there. Let me check, let me think, let me wait. Keep on waiting. Wasting your time, wasting your days, wasting your hours. Yeah? Because you are associating with your mind. The mind is playing with you. Moment you start associating with your intelligence, intelligence immediately encourages you. Why are you wasting your day? You wasted one day without taking shelter. Shelter of bhaktas, the devotees of Krishna. Offer yourself, surrender yourself. They will invoke the desires in your heart. The desires what? Oh, can in this lifetime I can go Mayapur Dham and stay there. Because, oh Mahaprabhu, oh Krishna, I've done so many offenses in my life. But I've heard God Dham is very merciful. Even the offenses, the worst offenses performed by Jagai and Madai got excused there. We all know the story Jagai and Madai. Even the offense of Devanand Pandit got excused there. What is the offense of Devanand Pandit? Very profound reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam. Wonderful commentaries. Wonderful commentaries. The entire Navdeep Dham scholars used to come and hear Srimad Bhagavatam from him. You know, this is a taste. When you develop a taste of hearing Harikatha, you don't want to leave. You know? Hemant Prabhu is very expert in this. Yes. And don't think he can't speak. It's just he don't want to speak.
Tomorrow.
He's waiting for the time. He said, when I'm going to start speaking, then we all going to shut down. So better don't provoke me. Hey Prabhu, Hey Jagannath, Hey Mahaprabhu, manifest this quickly. But he's very fond of listening. I stay with him, I see this. From early morning, and I think from 7 until 11, he's hearing so much Harikatha. Always plug in. This is a taste. It's difficult to develop this taste. But moment you develop this taste, then you start enjoying. It's another way. There's a material way of saying you're enjoying Harikatha, but actually this is serving Harikatha. Relishing will come later. First is serving. When you serve, then you relish. But if you're relishing before serving, that's enjoyment. There's a fine line of difference. If you're relishing before serving, then it's enjoyment. But if you're serving and then relishing, that's a bona fide way. So there's a verse. Shri Parikshit Shavane Vyasiki Kirtane Prahlad Smarane. Right? Parikshit Maharaj got perfection by hearing. He was not reciting. He was only hearing. But his expertise, his art of hearing was unparalleled. No eating, no sleeping, no drinking. Constantly drinking the nectar from his ears. Constantly drinking the nectar. Because he developed that taste. And very often I say this in my Bhagavad Kathas. Parikshit Maharaj had the darshan of Krishna right in the womb of his mother. But that was just a vision of Krishna, not the darshan of Krishna. He visioned Krishna in the womb of the mother. But when he took the shelter of Shukdev Goswami, Ashe loya bhaje tave Krishna nahi tyaje. When Parikshit Maharaj took shelter of Shukdev Goswami and heard Bhagavatam 7 days, 7 nights, what all he heard? Rasa Leela, Brahmar Geet, Gopi Geet, Pranay Geet, Yugal Geet, Venu Geet, Uddhav Geet, Mahishi Geet. All these details he heard from Shukdev Goswami. And hearing from Shukdev Goswami, then got the right vision to understand and to see Krishna. That's called darshan of Krishna. Before it was just a vision, a momentary vision. But actually darshan comes with ears, not with eyes. Darshan comes with eyes. Many things we perceive, we see with eyes can be wrong. But in most of the cases, hearing cannot be wrong. If it is from a bona fide source. That's the point. There are gossips, there are rumors. Where's the time to listen all that? Gossip and rumors? But when it's coming from the bona fide source, from the acharyas, and that too, specifically, Brahm Madhva Gauriya Sampradaya, from Vaishnava acharyas, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Vrindavan Das Thakur, Chaitanya Chaitamrit, Chaitanya Bhagavad, Bhajan Reste, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Jaiv Dharma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the bona fide source. Hearing from them. Parikshit Maharaj heard from them. From Shukdev Goswami, taking shelter. Therefore, he saw Krishna, he saw the ras dance of Krishna through his ears. Shri Vyasadeva, who wrote Srimad Bhagavatam. Who wrote Bhagavatam? You heard me?
And you also.
Shri Vyasadeva wrote Bhagavatam. But then again, Mahadev, she wasn't in doubt about Vyasadeva. She was saying, Am Vetmi, Shuk Vetmi, Vyas Vetmi na Vettiva. What is the meaning?
Yes,
I
I know.
I know, but he doesn't know Vyas knows.
I know, Shuk know. But
What I
don't
means
know.
who?
Shivji.
Yeah.
Shivji is saying that I know Bhagavatam. I know Shukdev Goswami knows, but I don't know whether Vyasaji knows or not.
Yes.
Oh.
Who wrote Bhagavatam?
Yes, they will.
And what Shiva is telling? I know the purport of Bhagavatam. Shukdev knows, but I am doubtful about Vyasadeva, one who wrote Bhagavatam. I was speaking to Hemant Prabhu in the car today. Only by speaking Harikatha is not enough. For 3-4 years, 5 years, just give me one example. I can sit in my library studying 10 hours. I get familiar with Shastras. I can speak very good. But where is my service? Where is my responsibilities? Where is my service attitude? That counts. Understand? That's more important. क्या बोला था इससे पहले? Shiv Vyasadeva wrote Bhagavatam and Shiva is doubtful that he understood or not. So writing and understanding is one and the same thing. Such a big doubt, right? We were not even familiar with this unless Mahadev told us. Yeah, Radhapriya Didi? We were not even familiar with this. Of course, one who writes, huh?
They must know.
They must know. This was our understanding. That's a gross understanding. But Shiva told us, I am sure about Shukadev, but I am not sure about Vyasadeva. Similarly, one who is speaking Harikatha, is there surety? He is realizing or he is understanding? There is no surety. But it really appeals to everyone else. Fascinating. As if I read Bhagavatam, if I didn't knew this, so fascinating. Vyasadeva, wow, he must have known everything. But Shiva told, no, excuse me. The important point what I want to make here is, Shiva is declaring, Mahadev is declaring, Vyas know Bhagavat or he don't know Bhagavat, I'm not sure about this. This was prior to meeting Naradji. Vyasadev's meeting with his Gurudev Narad. This unsurety is prior to this meeting. In other words, prior to Vyasadeva took shelter of Naradji. Ashe loya bhaje tate Krishna nahi tyaji. But when Shri Vyasadeva, he took shelter of the moods of Naradji and he heard from Narad Harikatha and the cause of his despondency of Vyasadeva, and Narad dissipated that with his detailings of the Krishna Tattva. Then Vyasadeva understood the purport of Bhagavatam. Bhakti yogena manasi samyak pratyapyamale apashyat purusham purnam maya sat padashrayam. After hearing from Shri Naradji and after taking shelter of Naradji, then Vyasadevji, he saw the entire pastimes of Krishna, everything. And also he saw Maya standing behind Krishna. Maya doesn't come in front of Krishna. Maya never comes in front of Krishna. She feels so ashamed. So this, not only this, he saw what? Yaya samoita jiva atma turgunatmakam. He also seeing that how the jivas, they are like chained, shackled in 3 modes of material nature. Jiva constitution is beyond 3 modes of material nature, but is totally bound with this 3 mode of nature. This also. So that means Vyasadeva, he saw Krishna Tattva, he saw the Maya Tattva, and he saw the Jiva Tattva. And these things are required to understand any philosophy of any Vaishnava Sampradaya. Jeev, Maya and Krishna. What is the sambandha of Jeev and Maya? Jeev and Krishna, Krishna and Maya, Maya and the Jeev. In Shri Ramanuja Sampradaya, in Shri Nimbaditya Sampradaya, in Shri Vishnu Swami, in Shri Madhva Sampradaya. This is the foundation. These three elements, most important. So not only he is seeing that how jivas are entangled in Maya, but he also found how jivas can come out from Maya. Anartha pasham sakshat bhakti yog adhokshaje log syad vidas chakra sattva sahitam. Only by taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam and books like Srimad Bhagavatam, jivas can very easily get out of their ignorant state. Nashta parayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavatam sevaya. Pray means almost your abhadra unwanted desires get destroyed by hearing, just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. So, last point. Yasya Vaishunamayanam Krishna Param Purushe Bhakti Rutpatti Pumsam Shokmo Bhaibhaya. Only and only and only and exclusively by hearing topics of Yasya Vaishunamayanam Krishna Param Purushe. By hearing topics about Krishna, related to Krishna, who is Param Purusha, not just Purusha. All other incarnations, they are just Purusha. What is Purusha here means?
It's source or human beings. Male and no, it means male.
Purusha here means Bhagwan. Incarnations. Narsimha Bhagwan is Purusha. Am I Purusha? No? Who is a doubt? I didn't change my gender. So I'm Purusha or not? They are all sitting Prabhus here, they're Purusha or not? No.
No.
In Sankhya philosophy, don't they say?
We are all Prakritis. We are nature. The body is male. But we are all under nature. We are nature, we are Prakriti. Female and male. But we are all Prakriti. So, only Purusha is Bhagwan, the potent, who always stay with his potency. So, Narsimha Bhagwan is Purusha. Vara Bhagwan, Purusha. Oh, Vaman Bhagwan, Purusha. Shri Ram is Purusha. Maryada Purushottam. Krishna is Purusha, is Param Purusha. Adjective is added with Krishna. One adjective. Param Purusha, not just Purusha. Why is Param Purusha? Because he is the source of all other Purushas. If he is not present, then all other Purushas has no existence. His existence is independent, his Swarat. And all other Purushas' existence is because of his existence. He is present, everyone else is present. Everyone else is present and they are making Krishna manifest, that's not possible. So specifically, Yasya Vaishunamayanam Krishna Param Purushe Bhakti Rupatti Pumsam Shokmo Bhaibhaya. Exclusively only hearing topics about Param Purusha Krishna. That doesn't mean you have to neglect reading 7th canto of Narsimha Bhagwan. Or you don't have to watch the movie. Which movie is that? Mahavatar Narsimha, yes. That doesn't mean. Don't take words literally like that. That doesn't mean we don't have to hear about Vara Bhagwan, Shivaman Bhagwan and other incarnations. They all are very glorious, very powerful. but there is a consideration, specific consideration to hear topics about Param Purusha Krishna. What will happen then? Shok Moh Bhay Paya. Shok means lamentation, Bhay means fear, Shok, and Moh means bewilderment. Shok Moh Bhay. These three get eradicated by hearing topics about Krishna. This morning I was on phone call, one devotee. He said, I got totally disappointed by hearing what's happening in the world, killings and all that. So I said, of course, it's heartbreaking, but really breaking heart? Yeah, momentary. But have you stopped eating, sleeping, or you care? Or can you do something? He said, no. Then I said, then, how we have to understand this? Demons were present also in Satya Yuga, also in Treta Yuga, also in Kali Yuga. Open, they were open. So demons are always present in all times. We have to focus on demons, or we have to focus on the demigods.
Krishna.
Beyond that, Yasya Vaishunamayanam Krishna Param Purushaya. By reading Srimad Bhagavatam, if we hear anything like this, immediately open the book Hiranyakashipu, what he is speaking. And how Narsimha Bhagwan, he overcome that situation. How Kamsa was a demon, was not allowing anyone to do any worship or to do any yajna. But what is the ultimate? Krishna killed Kamsa. How Hiranyaksha was boasting so much, but Shivara Bhagwan killed Hiranyaksha. Because Satyam Param Dhimahi. The truth always remains. It takes some time there's some delays, but it always comes true. Shok, Moh, Bhay, Paya. Lamentation, fear and bewilderment. Don't get scared if I say this. If you're hearing the topics of Param Purusha Krishna, you develop more lamentation. You get more fearful. You get more bewildered. Choice is yours. If you want to catch Krishna or not. More lamentation, more fear are going to attack you. So give up Hare Krishna.
It's difficult.
Saying this, I remembered one story when I was very young, say 17 years, 18 years, something like that. Just began chanting. One cousin of mine, he took me saying that one of his relative, husband and wife, a couple, they get infusion of Vishnu and Lakshmi in them. So once a week they become Vishnu and she becomes Lakshmi. So since you started worshipping Krishna, you must go and have their blessings. I will take you there. I said, are you sure? He said, yes, don't you hear? Sometimes Devi comes in someone, she starts shaking her head. So he said, come with me. I said, okay, let's. And by that time I was familiar with Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's books, and he's speaking so much about the bogus people, imitators, Rascals who claim themselves they are incarnations of Krishna. This is a very funny thing, please don't laugh. But this is Srila Prabhupada's commentary. You know, Rishabdev, incarnation of Krishna, he stopped eating, sleeping, even stopped wearing any clothes. Totally like soul concept. And he was just lying in the forest. If any food or any leaves comes, he's just eating that and surviving. Totally naked, nothing. Rishabdev. And when he was passing stool, the fragrance of the stool goes miles and miles and miles far away. More than a guru. The most fragrant, a guru. So, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he said, Rishabdev was an incarnation, Shakta Avatar. So even the fragrance of the stool is so, the smell of stool is so fragrant. Those who claim themselves incarnation, you know what I want to say. No need to even say this. These are rascals, imitators. So much Prabhupada was so heavy on them. So I was familiar with some lectures and books of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And I was saying, okay, let me go and check this guy. And I was surprised. He's just lying down on his sofa, exactly like Vishnu lies once, like this, with his hand here, and he was wearing glasses too. And his wife massaging his feet. She's Lakshmi. Wow. And people were standing in line, offering flowers, fruits, donations, clothes, having darshan of Lakshmi, Narayan, Lakshmi and Vishnu. And he's carrying one flower in his hands and, you know, twisting that. Leela Kamal. I said, my God. I told my cousin, let's go. Huh? He said, no. I have very good relationship with them. You don't have to stand in queue. I will take you inside right away. Then he told some of his guards or whatever. He took me inside and he stopped the darshans, means door closed. Special darshan for me. Then the Vishnu, he glanced over me. Lakshmi looked at me. I said, wow, Lakshmi is I'm going to get Lakshmi now. But in my mind, I know they're like rascals, they're bogus people. But I was just pretending. I was pretending. I said, Lakshmi Narayan Bhagwan ki jai. And he's saying like this. He said, any desire? I said, yes. He said, come. Any desire, I'll fulfill all your desires. I said, recently I started chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Oh Lord Vishnu, can you bless me? I can become a pure devotee of Krishna. And he looked towards me. You are on a right path, young boy, teenager, good direction, right path. But I must tell you, if you worship Krishna, you're always facing problems in your life. If you worship me, Vishnu, I will take care of all your problems. Still there is a chance. Think about this. Don't worship Krishna. He makes everyone cry and weep. He cheats everyone. He cheats everyone. He makes everyone cry and weep. So, still there is time, boy. Think about this. I said, well, I'm fully convinced. I can't live worshipping Krishna. Your choice, but be careful. He's not going to give you happiness. He's giving you a lamentation. He will be making you sad all the time. So many troubles going to come. You see what happened with the Pandavas? You see what happened with Prahlad? You see what happened with Draupadi? Can't you open your eyes and see this? I said, Lord Vishnu, Thank you so much for your advice. I will not keep my eyes open, I will keep my eyes closed now. Yeah. Okay. I said, Hare Krishna. I told him, Hare Krishna. You chant Hare Krishna, you will get benefit. And he became very upset. Very upset. Like it's like a threat on him and challenge on him. He told his guards, take him out. Throw him out. But my cousin, my relative said, what are you doing? And he was telling, what are you speaking to him? I said, everyone should chant Hare Krishna. Even Lakshmi, you should chant Hare Krishna. Anyway, a very old story. But the point why I related this, lamentation, fear, all these things going to grow more. But what kind of lamentation? Transcendental lamentation, transcendental fear, as the gopis having. As the gopis are crying and weeping for Krishna, they are not crying like we crying Krishna. Understand? When we cry, we suffer. When they cry, they extract bliss. Bhare vishajwala hoye, bhitare anand mein. Externally appears they are crying and weeping, they are suffering. But more anyone cries for Krishna, more you feel happiness. If any one day, while chanting or while hearing Harikatha, I'm not saying try this because this is not something to practice. But if sometimes the mood of a pure devotee get reflect to us, it happens. Suppose if we are in temple and we are seeing Radha Krishna standing there, and the pure devotee is also in the temple and also looking Radha Krishna there. And sometimes when we see Krishna there, emotion comes, tears comes in the eyes. Then we should not feel or think, oh, it's because of me. That vision of pure devotee to the deities and our vision to the deities, his vision means through his vision we get reflected on our heart. And that makes us emotional for momentary, for a minute. Moment he walks out, emotions drop there. Similarly in Harikatha, in Kirtan, if there is really true emotions, this is because of the reflection of what the devotee is feeling in his heart. His moods and his emotions will reflect on us. Understand? But even if that happens so, realize the fact, it is not out of suffering. When the tear comes in the eyes, it makes anyone feel happy and blissful in the heart. This is called transcendental lamentation. And this transcendental fear also, just like there are so many fear. What if tomorrow morning I get an email layoff? Right in the morning. My gosh, ITians are so in fear. They wakes up in the morning, rub their eyes, the very first thing they see email. I'm amongst one of them. Or any XYZ reason. Fear. We are living in a fearful world. Anything can happen. Anyone can come and just shoot. Anyone can come and stab. Or some natural calamity. Can be anywhere. We are hearing so much happening in India. I was speaking to Prabhu. So much happening. Cloud bursting, flash flooding. But then we think, in Seattle we are safe. Never happened. Excuse me? What if the earthquake comes here? Or a hurricane or storm? Anything can happen, right? Volcano is active here? Tell him wait until Sunday when I leave. I don't want to get stuck. No, I'm just joking. So anything can happen, right? Any minute. I was walking roadside. What if a crazy guy driving and he just violated the rule and come on the roadside and just bang me from back? I mean, he'll go jail or whatever, but I'm gone. See? So where's the safety? There's always a fear. Something or the other, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
The Braj Gopis, the Brajvasis also have very high fear. But the fear, what if Krishna will leave us? So hearing topics about Krishna not enhance, but it gives a sense of transcendental fear, not material fear. And more bewilderment. So we should hear Harikatha or not?
100%.
100%?
Yes.
9%.
You want to cry?
Yes.
You're already crying.
It's true.
Regardless. Already crying. So you can cry more. Better cry in front of singing songs and hearing Harikatha. This is what happens when one get into hearing. As Parikshit Maharaj is hearing. This is one level of listening. But another level of hearing is Krishna himself. He wants to hear his own glories. When Krishna disappeared from Ras Leela, all the gopis they start singing in lamentation, not in a happy mood. So wait a minute. Singing is only done when you are happy. No? Who sings if you're sad? Do you sing when you're sad? I never seen anyone who is sad and singing.
Best songs are breakup songs.
The best songs are the breakup songs. Mansi Didi's version on this.
In India it's called ghazal.
बस भाई ज़्यादा मत उछलो गजल वजल ले आए The gopis are singing in lamentation. एक दो गा लेते जयति तेदिका जन्मना व्रजा शेयत इंदिरा शाश्वनाथ दैत दीक्षुता दीक्षुतावका त्वयि धृतास्तवा तां विचिन्वते तव कथामृता तप्तजीवना कविभिरीडिता कल्मषाता श्रवणमङ्गलम् श्रीमदातता भुवि गृह्णन्ति ते भूरिदा जना नन्दनन्दना यशोदनन्दना हे श्रीमाधव. You know this? The gopis are lamenting, crying and weeping. And Krishna, where was he?
What was he? He was listening
Where?
behind a tree.
He was just there, listening, hearing his own stories, his pastimes, but from the emotions of Mahabhagavats. What are the Mahabhagavats? The Braj Gopis. No one can be superior than Braj Gopis. Those emotions of the Braj Gopis was not just a simple mere songs. They were very emotional and crying for Krishna. And Krishna was hearing this. See? Why he put gopis into separation? Because he wants to hear this. Those jewels, I was saying yesterday also, Radharani or gopis, they always keep hiding those jewels of love in their heart. They don't express. They don't express openly. They always keep hiding. More you keep hiding that, more you feel bliss on that. More you express, it's getting failure. It's just like a perfume bottle. You open a perfume bottle, gone, evaporated. So we keep tight, so it stays for years. And just apply a little bit. So gopis can't express. Radharani can't express. Instead she is saying, Na prem gandho asti durape me haro. I have not a tinge of prem in me. Hiding that joy in the heart. And Krishna, he knows very well. He wants to take out, he wants to pull out that jewel. And the only means is to put them in separation. When separation comes, heart melts, heart gets soft, and there's a good way for Krishna to enter in the heart, because it gets soft then. Yes. Krishna was hearing this. He himself is fond of hearing and listening his glorious word provided from the lips of Mahabhagat, Braj Gopis, Mahabhagyavati Gopis. And then another example, Shri Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he met Shri Ramanand Rai on the bank of Godavari, South India. And he wanted to hear from Shri Ramanand Rai. What he wanted to hear? The topics. Topics about Krishna. And who is Mahaprabhu? Isn't it a good example? Mahaprabhu also going to see Gadadhar Pandit and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit. So this shows what to speak about Parikshit Maharaj and others. Even Krishna is fond of listening his own pastimes. So Parikshit Shravane Vyasaki Kirtane. Parikshit Maharaj got perfection by listening. Vyasa. Shukdev Goswami got perfection by reciting. Prahlad Smarane. Shri Prahlad Maharaj by remembering. Then Kapipate Dasse. Hanuman, Kapipati means one who is the leader of all the monkeys. Hanuman, by his service, moved towards Ram. Atha Kapipate Dasse Akrura Stavu Vandane. Akrura with his prayers. Lakshmi Devi by massaging the lotus feet. Atha Sakhe Arjune. Arjun with his friendship. And Bali Maharaj, Atma Nivedanam. Self-surrender. Complete surrender. This is a verse by Rupa Goswami. So if anyone is not familiar or can't speak, that doesn't mean there's a judgment or a judgmental that he's a devotee or not devotee. Even those who are fond of hearing and develop that taste of listening and don't want to give up, this is very, very high class and one limb of bhakti. But because we are conditioned soul and we conditioned state and we are on a gross level, we make judgments. He's a very good speaker. Oh, he must be a good devotee. And there is one sitting in the back, only hearing and embracing those emotions. Yeah. Seems like, oh no, he can't be a devotee. He don't know how to speak. Parikshit Shavane, Parikshit Maharaj by hearing. I mean by listening, sorry. You know, Vyasa, the son of Vyasadev, Shukdev Goswami, by reciting. So any limb of bhakti we follow correctly, we can develop that. The practice of developing that love with Krishna. Practice. Yes? Niznayu?
Maharaj, can you just explain really quickly the difference between serving Harikatha when we're listening it, let's say at home, and not relishing? Like, what should our mood be for, how we don't make any offenses to Harikatha?
What's the question?
So, like, Harikatha should be served and not relished, right? So,
Not be relished, I didn't say that.
but we're not there to, at that
No,
place where
everyone relish to certain percentage. It's not that there is no relishment, but I commented something on what she said. What you said?
Relishing, you said relishing after serving, service.
I said relishing comes after service. And if relishing is there before service, then it's enjoyment. So we are not enjoying Harikatha, we are serving. The moment there is a desire, I want to serve Harikatha no matter XYZ is speaking. Without judging. Like Uma Didi, when she was staying in Mathura Math, we were also brahmacharis in my young age. She always used to come from her room, from first floor to the ground floor, to listen Harikatha, no matter who is speaking. Morning and evening. 1 hour morning, 1 hour evening. Even a young brahmachari who just joined 6 months, 1 year, there once upon a time, and it was so hard for her to climb stairs and come in her room. Then one day I said, Ma Didi, why are you taking so much pain? You are so senior. You know all the tattva. Sometimes Uma Didi used to, give comments on Gurudev, Harikatha. You know so much. For you, there's no necessity to go and hear from this brahmachari who just joined 1 year or 2 years back. She said, I'm not there to collect information. I'm going there to serve Harikatha. Understand? I'm not there to collect information. I'm there to serve Harikatha. Means, with this mood, whoever is speaking Harikatha, provided it has to be Harikatha, not just ordinary talks. But if anyone is talking about Krishna, just by sitting here with this mood that, oh personification of Harikatha, please be merciful on me, I am here to serve you. This emotion. So every time, Mathura in Vrindavan, she never missed any Harikatha. Because this is, I directly heard from her. I wanted to know what is her intent, what is her mood. Because generally I am choosy. If I am getting more information, I will choose Harikatha hearing from XYZ. But her mood, which I really liked, I am there to serve Harikatha. Harikatha is a person. Who is Harikatha? Is Hari. Just like Hari Nam and Hari is not different. Similarly, Harikatha and Hari is not different. So I'm there to serve Harikatha means I'm there to serve Krishna, because deities, Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Mahaprabhu, they are acknowledging, they are saying that I'm here to listen what XYZ is speaking there. Very high mood. So this is called serving Harikatha, and by serving she was relishing. And if something is said wrong, then she used to correct. Sometimes later on when I started speaking Harikatha, before I wasn't, but when later on when I started speaking every morning, in the last, always Uma Didi can comment. Always. And sometimes she used to put some very hard questions. Prabhu, why you said this? What was your intent? I said, Didi, this. No, but Gurudev said differently. I said, oh, you're right. I will improve now. And sometimes she used to praise also. Oh, this was very good connection you made today. So both. Sometimes correcting, sometimes praising. But regardless who's speaking, she always used to come and listen. Such a nice mood. This is called serving. And while keeping this mood of serving, then a stage comes, one starts relishing Harikatha. So she was actually relishing Harikatha. But she was not, from material sense, she was not like a great speaker, but that doesn't mean she didn't knew anything. She knew so much, so many details. So many details. But it's just sometimes some devotees, they can't express. They can't express, they can't speak, but they are very fond of hearing and listening. And I see in Hemant Prabhu this quality. Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh, Hare Krishna. happy Ekadashi tomorrow. Tomorrow, Ekadashi, everyone should follow dry fasting. No water, no eating. But Radha Priya Didi and Hemant, they are arranging prasadam for only 2-3 people who can't survive. But I assume everyone is doing dry fasting. Yes? How many of you are dry fasting? Only one. So they didn't make a count.
We will. Please, everybody, there'll be enough.
They're going to be feast, don't worry.
Tomorrow.
Not Anukalpa, Brihat Kalpa.
Brihat Kalpa, not Anukalpa. Going to be grand feast. Hare Krishna.